28-year-old female. Apparently, I insulted a guy that I wanted to sleep with. So skip all that stuff.
Yeah, love it.
I met a guy who is perfectly charming. He says in his bio that he is 5'9", but that doesn't really matter to me. I was on the road for work travel, and I asked if he wanted to meet up at the bar in my hotel's lobby. At this point, it's not a sure thing with him, but it's pretty damn close. If we are meeting at the bar of my hotel, we are more than likely going up to my room. I'm just verifying that there are no red flags or that the guy doesn't have any BO or halitosis. Do you guys know what that is?
Bad breath.
Right?
Oh.
It's more medical than just bad breath.
Oh, okay.
Bad breath
Yeah.
is like the symptom.
Of halitosis.
Yes.
This is why we have you guys on.
We would spend 2 minutes looking it up.
Googling halitosis. Edit it out. Cut
Spelled it wrong a few times.
Cut that.
I don't even think I could spell it. Yeah.
Well, we definitely wouldn't be able
Yeah, we
to.
definitely don't. So he shows up. He's personable and well-dressed. He's also clearly nowhere near 5'9", as he is shorter than me, and I was wearing flats because I don't need to put on heels to impress a hookup. But, like I said, it's not a big deal. A lot of the guys on the apps do it. We have a couple of drinks, and there's obvious chemistry. And we're joking around, flirting, and even being a bit risque.
Ooh.
And then I asked the same question I asked above. What the hell is up with guys exaggerating their height?
I mean, what is up with that?
Based on the rapport that we had up to this point, I assumed that he'd just make a joke out of it and we'd move on and the night would continue with us going upstairs. Instead, he lost his cool immediately. He went right to, why is it such a big deal? Why don't women disclose their weight? Which
He
seems...
chose to disclose his height.
Yeah.
And then lie about it.
Yeah. She didn't disclose her weight and
And then
lie about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which seems like the definition of a false equivalency because I didn't make a joke about guys lying about their weight, but whatever. Obviously, he failed the red flag test with how quickly he lost his cool. But to be honest, I still had not pulled the plug. I laughed it off and asked if he wanted to know. When you want it, I guess.
Yeah.
Respect.
I laughed it off and asked if he wanted to know about my weight or exchange driver's license to compare our stats. I'm not shy about my weight. I played sports in college, and I'm sure my weight is still on the website somewhere. He honestly still had a shot at this point. All he had to do was put in a little extra work to reassure me that his flare-up was just a blip. I was looking for fun, not a boyfriend. He didn't have to be perfect, but he just could not do it. I want to emphasize again that height does not matter to me. It was just obvious because I know my own height and he was shorter than me. I wasn't trying to pick on the guy. I was just trying to tease in a flirty way. He would not let it go though. And I'm not going to claim that I'm some 10 out of 10 model or anything, but I am fit, attractive, and pretty open-minded. Which I don't...
Not 10 out of 10.
Again?
9.
Yeah, I'm pretty attractive.
9 out
But
of
I'm
10.
pretty fucking hot. And I gotta say that little
Sorry.
small aside, nothing to do with the rest of the story. Just put in
But I
there.
appreciated it.
I do love her vibe so far.
I mean,
love
yeah.
her confidence.
Confidence.
Yeah.
I
for
think
sure.
it is pretty funny that, like, I don't like at the point in the story where she's like, you know, where things are getting risque, we're getting there. So I just threw in like, why do guys lie about their height? I was like,
Yes.
that doesn't seem like the timing.
That's
for
perfect
that
timing.
conversation. But okay.
Excellent test.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess a good final test.
That is true.
Like, are you good to take upstairs? This guy got dressed up, left his house, came to a hotel bar on a weekday night to get laid. And he blew it because of his own insecurities.
Yep.
Part of me, and ick,
Yes.
True.
and part of me wants to be petty because his attitude ruined my night too. Of course, from his perspective though, I ruined his night by bringing up the height padding in the first place and not understanding why it upset him so much. So it doesn't end with am I the asshole, but I mean, I guess you could.
Yeah. Just a story.
Not really.
Yeah.
If you're asking him the asshole.
Yeah, not the asshole, I think. I mean,
Yeah, just disclose your height.
Yeah.
honestly.
Personally, I probably wouldn't have brought it up if
Fair.
we were having a good time anyways. And like she said, things were getting risque. I probably wouldn't have just thrown that in there randomly. Like, so why do guys lie about their height? Like,
She probably
It's like-
thought she was coming
yeah,
off as like
funny,
jokey and
maybe,
flirty.
yeah.
Yeah,
But obviously
flirty,
he was-
probably.
Obviously he's insecure about it if he lied about it. So I mean,
That's
like
true.
you can't
Yeah.
really expect him. And I'm not saying she's in the wrong at all. I'm just saying like I feel like you could probably think that maybe that conversation wasn't going to go as well as you thought.
But maybe she did get that vibe and was like,
Yeah, true.
let's test this and see if he's going to snap on me.
Yeah.
Or I go upstairs with a maniac.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to be on the front page of the newspaper on Monday. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So, I mean, yeah, she definitely might have had an inkling of where it was going to go, but it might have been for a good reason.
Yeah,
so,
no, that's true.
who knows?
Yeah,
But,
he could have handled that way better. And I mean,
yeah, just be like, I'm really bad with numbers. I thought my
make a
6
joke
was
of
a
it.
9. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Am I not 5'9"?
Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah.
My tape measure must be broken.
Yeah.
I do think that maybe she could have asked, because that question in itself is like, I don't know. It would also like throw me off if I was asked that question. Like, oh, are you saying something about me instead of responding?
Yeah,
so
like it was
maybe her her
pointed.
question could have been like, so can I ask you, why did you say you're 5'9"? Because I don't think you're 5'9". Because that's more of a direct question, but it's not as
Yeah.
flirty probably. Like
Probably
she was
not.
going
No.
for the flirty route and the funny route, which I also respect. So
Yeah. And like delivery matters. So like
Yes.
I feel like she delivered it probably in like a flirty, funny way, and he should have picked up on that. Because if she was just like, "Why do guys lie about the height?" Like then it's like,
Yeah.
no, she's kind of being not very nice. But again, he lied. So
Yeah.
it's like, how do you?
So it just goes to show that like his ego was in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta imagine if things are getting risque and the flirting is happening, then it's, while not a great comment, it should be a pretty easy one to brush off, because it's like,
Oh,
all right,
yeah.
we're already fucking flowing here. She's just trying to make a little joke, probably trying to tease me a little bit. Not
Yeah.
enough to fucking, well, what's your weight?
Yeah, which is totally
Great.
Like, I hate that argument. I hate that argument so much. It's like, yes, guys' height you can't change. I don't think it's right for women to be like, oh my
To shit
God,
on
you're
them.
so short. Like, that's so shitty. Like, I don't date
Yeah.
short guys, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, keep it to yourself, your preferences, if anything. Like, it's, guys can't change that. And same with women's weight, though. You can't change that a lot. And, like, so I think that's, like, it's such a shitty argument when
Yeah.
like men are like, oh, well, you don't tell me your weight. And it's like, okay, but you chose to
Yeah.
say what your height was.
Yeah.
And
And
it's
then
like,
you lied about it.
it's like you also didn't disclose your weight, so it's
Yeah.
like, what do you mean? Like, this is not it is a false equivalency, like she said in the story. I do hate that being brought up. It's clearly something he's insecure about, and he needs to come to terms
For
with
sure.
that. Because I mean, a lot of men do feel that way.
Yeah.
I constantly think about being 6 foot, but here I am, just underneath it.
Just 5'11".
It could be worse. You could be 5'9".
Could be. I mean, but the
And
thing
I
is, it's
am
not
5'9".
worse, right? It's just this like mentality of like
Yeah.
we have to be taller, right? Like taller is better or whatever. I mean, it's not. It's really not.
Yeah.
So
Although I do feel bad, I guess, for shorter men in a sense, and maybe that's why he felt like he had to put it on, because maybe in the past, and I've heard of it, stories happening where, I mean, the guys don't disclose their height, and then they go on the date, and then the woman, like the girl or man or whoever they're on the date with, like clearly is upset that they're short, and then that's like that sucks. And so like maybe they feel like they have to disclose their height.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with women. They feel like they need pictures of their body on there too, so that when they go on a date, the person isn't like, oh, like you don't look like your picture. So I don't know. It just, the whole dating by images. Is
online dating sucks.
Yeah, that does suck.
not a good time.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, why would you lie? Because it's gonna be
Yeah.
found out. So
Exactly.
Especially if you're going on the date with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give a heads up. Hey, my height might not be like exactly that.
I
that was on a
lied.
good day.
Yeah, or if you're like shorter than 5'9" and you know you put 5'9", or like whatever height that you put on there.
Yeah.
You got to be like ready and willing for somebody to be like,
to call you
no,
out
no,
on
you
it.
really?
Yeah.
Even in a mean way, which it sounds like this wasn't a mean way. You got to already
No.
have that prepared and like ready to
Or
shoot
have a
off.
quip.
Like,
Have a quip
Yeah,
ready.
a
Be
quip.
something
like,
funny.
hey, on my
Yes.
tiptoes, I am.
Yeah.
yeah, something depending on the heels I
should see my
wear,
other
something like
shoes.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. This guy was definitely,
Yeah. Also,
not doing it.
weight fluctuates because I guess someone can make the argument of like, well, how come you have a skinnier picture on your dating profile? But it's like, I don't know. I liked myself how I looked in
Yeah.
that picture.
Yeah.
And So, but like weight fluctuates.
Halloween just passed, and I added a bunch of weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just
Like last week, I looked better.
If someone is
like
like
that-
being picky like that, they're not for you then.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.